Okay, you guys, we are going to take some notes today on similes and metaphors. This should be a review completely. I know you guys have been learning about similes and metaphors since, well, they were probably introduced way back in first and second grade, but I know you guys really work on them third through fifth grade, and so I know you covered them in sixth grade. So similes and metaphors should be a review. You guys should be able to identify them pretty easily. So we're going to take some very quick notes, and then I'm going to expect you to be able to identify some in your novels. Okay, so just like usual, you guys should have this labeled. You guys should have today's date, whatever day you guys are writing your notes, and you should have page numbers that correspond to what you have in the table of contents. Okay, so we have just this foldable. Okay, so you just taping this straight down. We're going to define simile and define metaphor. Okay, so a simile. It bothers me this is not. Okay, so it's asking you to define simile. Okay, so a simile is going to be a comparison between two unlike things using like or as. Okay, so I'm going to stay on my kick of using Hunger Games as an example. So in Hunger Games, it states, "At least you two have decent manners," says Effie as we're finishing the main course. "The pair last year ate everything with their hands, like a couple of savages." So she's comparing the tributes from last year to savages using like or as. The pair last year ate with their hands like savages. So that's comparing two things, the tributes and savages using like or as. So they're two unlike things using like or as. These are pretty easy to find in your reading. Metaphors. Okay, so this is going to be a comparison between two unlike things, but you're not going to use like or as. So, staying with my kick. In Hunger Games, on page 6, Katniss says, and I turned my features into an indifferent mask so that no one could ever read my thoughts. So she's saying that she took her features of her face and turned it into a indifferent mask. So turned it into a mask. So she's comparing her face to a mask, but she's not using the words like or as she does it. So that is a metaphor. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. It says provide 2 examples of each on the flaps. On the outside flap, write the direct quote from the novel or short story, and on the inside flap, explain how the simile or metaphor enhances the imagery for the reader. I don't make these flaps, okay? I don't think they're big enough, first of all. So basically, what I have you guys do is I have you write the quote. Nope. I think I have you guys write the quote out here. Quote. 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 So two of these should be similes and 2 of them should be metaphors. And then you explain here. Explain. 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 Okay? So as I'm reading, or as you're reading, you're supposed to be looking for your similes and metaphors. You guys are going to give me 2 quotes of each and an explanation for each, okay? You guys will take that short quiz like you always do after a literary set of notes, and then I will be checking these notes tomorrow, and I will see you in class.